Okay.
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Is it filming?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I need to know. All right, what's up, everybody? What's wrong with you? What's up, everybody? Today, the Karst Crusher registration is now live on Bike Reg. The 2023 edition of this race, the second time we've done it, will be. There's a lot of different things, and I wanted to make this video to get into that with everybody. The biggest thing that's different this year is the starting location. The new starting location is Explore Brown County. It's Explore Brown County, and it's not that far away from the old location. The new starting location kind of comes with a change in the route. We have two completely new routes, kind of keeping the best parts of the old route while refining it based off of a lot of feedback from previous year's racers and just logistics. Like, we had to change it because the start's not in the same spot. So I'm gonna get into that right now. All right, so starting at Valley Branch off of 135. First thing you'll notice is that the long route is significantly shorter than last year. We shortened it down to about 61 miles. I think that's going to make it more accessible for more people and also just a more enjoyable distance for like the people who did it last year. It was maybe on just the touch long side for what we wanted our event to be. Starting out, we're going to neutral roll down Valley Branch Road to 135, where at the Stonehead intersection, the race will be let loose. From there, you'll race on and this is actually a significant change. You'll be racing on pavement for the first 6-ish miles, which I think is going to help break up the race. Last year, a lot of the feedback we got was that the bottleneck going into Trail D was really really annoying, honestly. I don't like bottlenecks in races whenever I race, so I thought it would break up sooner than it did last year. But now with this extra, you'll be a good 10 miles into the race before that single track section now. So it should be totally safe and wide open for no bottlenecking to happen going into the trail. The next part is exactly the same as last year. So this McGowan loop kind of thing I created, I think is really the heart of the course, and I didn't want to change that at all. Same exact thing. You're going to go up Trail D, around Crooked Creek, onto Bartley, around Kent, and up the big scary McGowan climb on the pavement again, and then up the Miller Ridge climb. I just love that route, and I think it's like I said, I think it's the heart of the race, so I didn't want to change it. Most of the changes happen in the second half. From Trail D, you now no longer take Blue Creek Road. Blue Creek Road, I think, is fun, but it was a lot of work for us to get that rideable. We spent a whole, 5-6 hours out there we weed whacked the whole road last year, which we didn't mind doing, but we're trying to avoid doing that again. It was a hard day of work, and also it ended up being super muddy anyway, so trying to avoid that. We're gonna get you off the mud, gonna go back around on we're gonna take it back on Blue Creek Road, back like you're going towards Story, and then up the really steep climb right here. This is the kind of Nebo gravel climb there, super fun climb. And then over to Combs Road, you're gonna do the first half of Combs Road, so you're gonna climb up, and then at the intersection on Combs Road, you're gonna actually turn and get onto the Nebo mountain bike trail. And this mountain bike trail, I would say, one, it's gonna be dry, so no mudding, hopefully. And two, I think it's actually less technical than the Blue Creek Road was, just straight up with everybody. So you're gonna be going up the Combs climb here, getting onto the Nebo trail. And you'll be on the Nebo trail for, 2 miles of single track there. Again, very, very mellow single track. If you've ridden the gravel in the past, not the most recent years, but in the past, it's kind of the same section of trail there. Then you're gonna dump off onto Mount Nebo Road, ride the gravel there, back over to the pavement, north at Spurgeon's Corner. There is a creek crossing here that I think is fun. And then you're gonna take Christiansburg Road back north to Valley Branch. That also means that the race is ending with pavement. It's a big pavement climb at the end there, unavoidable. Honestly, I don't think it's going to really be that big a deal. I think we've packed enough hard stuff in this race, so for it to start and end on gravel, I think is actually going to be good for the race. It's going to be safer, and you're going to have time to like sort out like the actual pack dynamics and stuff in this race instead of last year. I think it was kind of a free-for-all, where this year it's going to be more opportunity for an actual race strategy. Speaking of race strategy, last year one of the things that we screwed up was the aid station. We got one of them right, and the other one we totally failed at. We're not going to have that happen again. Aid station 1 and 2 is going to be at the bottom of Trail D. What that means is that you're going to get an aid 10 miles in. Most people will probably skip that, I'm assuming. But if you need it, it's there. Like if you had a mechanical or something, you can get help really early. The second aid is the same aid station. So you're going to have aid at like mile 11 and then mile 40. I'm assuming most people will stop one time during this race at mile 40 to refill if you need, or they'll plan on having stuff the whole time. There is also an additional aid station, mile 50. The reason this mile 50 aid station exists is because our short route is actually completely different than this long route, and you'll get the benefit of using the short route aid station if you need it, but it's really there for the 32-mile race, which I'm about to get into now. So again, due to the change in location, the 32-mile race is no longer going to be going into Monroe County. And the short race has 0 single track, 0 dirt trails. It is a road and gravel course. Very, very, very beginner friendly. You can go race it if you want, but if you're looking at our main event course and you're a little nervous about it, and or if you just want to do something like more mellow, the 32-mile race is going to be exactly what you're looking for. You're going to be going south from Valley Branch to Stonehead. At Stonehead, instead of turning right to go towards Story, you're actually going to turn left onto Bellsville Pike, and you're going to start doing some gravel here. This is a farm water crossing to start kind of the gravel out, and then a big kind of steep climb here towards Grandview Lake. You're going to head south, and these are just some really cool gravel roads. I actually tried to fit the short course into the long course, but it ended up being like 85 miles, and I think it was just too long for that, so we've kind of repurposed it here to be the short route. This is just going to be some nice gravel, rolling hills, nothing too crazy. Does dip back into the Hoosier National Forest right there. And this, where my cursor's at right now, will be the aid station at mile 22. And then the race finishes exactly the same as the long race. So there will be some overlap there, potentially. I don't know exactly if that's going to happen or not. We will have chip timing, so it won't matter if you're next to somebody who's doing the short race. So like, it won't matter. The chip timing will be right. All right, and then that's kind of all I really wanted to go over. You can sign up for the race right now. It's live on Bike Reg. Saturday, May 13th. We will be having men's and women's in everything I'm about to say. 61 and 32 miles. There will be open men, open women, open non-binary, masters 45 plus, and junior 18 and under. Those are kind of the categories we've landed on, again, using feedback from the previous year and just talking to people. The race is limited to 250 people. We had like 150 last year, so we're not expecting to blow that number out the water. But if it does fill up really fast, maybe we'll reconsider. I don't think it will. You get one meal ticket included with the entry fee. And speaking of the entry fee, we were able to make it cheaper this year. The entry fee is $70. It was $85 last year, so that was one thing we were able to do. because we moved locations, we can make it cheaper for everybody. We'll get into more detail about what that meal is and what all the kind of sponsors and everything are. But yeah, you can sign up right now, May 13th. Hopefully we'll see you there. Last year, everybody seemed to really like the race, so hopefully we can improve on it this year. So thanks. And I'm going to switch it back and forth.